I like kind of like keeping it a secret.
Yeah. You know, friends I know in New York haven't heard of it. I like to take them there.
It's like the portrait of New York no one wants to see. It has so much stuff happening there. It was a place where people lived, and it turned into a horse rendering factories, which is where the name comes from. Then it became a trash heap, and now it's basically just allowed to be this dump. I think what draws a lot of artists there is not just that it's basically a free source of materials, but it's a portrait of the past. You know, every time it washes away more of the shore, more of this trash is washed away that used to belong to somebody who lived here.
The ocean keeps eroding the landfill, so it is kind of bringing out fresh things all the time. So like you could visit Dead Horse Bay every day for a week and find new things every single day. One of my friends found this and gave it to me. It just says sex. It's the sex brick. It's so weird. I work with found objects. I'm a woodworker, so I like to present different artifacts and kind of tell forgotten histories and stories. Kind of like turning trash into something special. Well, that piece was it's called Love Potion, and it's all the ingredients on how to build a druid love potion. So I kind of was reading in a book about this recipe, and I kind of wanted to bring it to life and make this cabinet. And all of those are contained in bottles I found at Dead Horse Bay.
I think what's interesting about the objects there is you can start to trace where they came from. So one of the photos that I made is just the bottoms of cups. So I found these kind of perfectly round bottoms of teacups, and all of them say made in occupied Japan. What that's telling you is Americans who were in Japan must have brought these items back with them. The fact that it was a landfill that was capped before the days of plastic is interesting because you get to see how resilient glassware is and how it was everything. You know, now we don't really buy things in glass very often. And I think in terms of New York history, there might be things to learn from what's under the surface there.
Damn, this is cool. Yo, what do you guys think this is?
That's not shampoo.
This is marrow oil shampoo.
You see in like cartoons.
And there's like a shell. This looks like a lemon juice. And is this like a belt?
Is this a handle?
It looks like a brick. I think we're piecing together a house here. That's a full-on horse bell. What do we just make? A trachea.
I think a lot of people probably look at Dead Horse Bay. It's like it's gross, it's a landfill, it's hazardous, it's not a beautiful beach, but to me, I think it's like the most amazing place on earth. I think it's just the whole experience of like getting there and opens up to this expanse, and it's just everything. It's like the sight, the sound, like you can hear the waves tumbling and the broken glass. It's such an amazing place. You're in New York City, but it feels like you're like in another world.